48 hours, Brian. Then I'm coming looking for that wee girl of yours.
Right. 48 hours.
Oh, one more thing, Mr. Ross. Can I trust you to do something for me without Inspector Grace knowing about it?
Sure, there's no love lost between Grace and me.
This letter is very important. See it gets the person it's addressed to without Grace getting his hands on it, will you?
Wait till Grace gets a load of this. He's going to think he's won the lottery.
Hey, Bev, hop on the dryers. Let Kate work there, will you? Can you take over on the press a minute, Lil? How'd your visit go?
Fine.
Had no trouble passing that note?
No, none.
Any questions asked?
Of course not. What are mothers for if you can't rely on them?
You reckon it'll get there all right?
Yes, she knows about the censorship. I told her it was to your boyfriend.
Oh, Struth, Jenny McCauley, I'd have to be hard up. He'd slit your throat as soon as look at you. Anyway, thanks, Doc. I won't forget this once I get things going round here again. I'll never forget a favour.
Hello. Happy Hunter home from the hill.
Oh, Mum, where on earth have you been? I was starting to get worried.
Oh, I just realized that you and Jeff were leaving tonight without a proper send-off. I got a few things for a celebration. Where is Jeff?
Oh, you have to go and get some milk. I'm making coffee. Would you like some?
Coffee? Who needs coffee when the champagne's on the house?
Mum, not again.
Well, they ran out of the expensive stuff. This is cooking champagne.
Ah, you're back.
Hello.
You okay?
Of course I am. What is all this?
Ah, just when you left, you seemed a bit worried about something, that's all.
Oh, it was just the old saying, all good things must come to an end. I think it got to me a bit.
Listen, why don't I stay on for a couple of extra days? Then I can go and meet Jeff up at Archers and we'll go back to Queensland from there.
Listen, you two. I am perfectly all right. I am capable of looking after myself. I mean, you set me up with a family and a home and a job. Don't worry about me. Anyway, we'll have plenty of chances to see each other. When my parole comes through, I might even move to Queensland and get a job up there. Although they tell me the drivers are pretty hairy.
Are you sure, Mum?
Dead certain.
I don't want to leave you, you know that.
But this is supposed to be a party, for crying out loud. Will you open that champagne? Have plenty of food there. Have a real party, huh?
Right.
Just like my 21st day, except with one more person.
Yeah, it was better surroundings too, huh? Oh, it's
there.
more like it.
There you are.
Thank
Well,
you.
here we go.
Oh. Nothing like a bit of spumanti, huh?
I reckon this printing press lark should be a real hoot, don't you, Bill?
Now, I know why you're so keen. You fancy this Marnie bloke, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, I don't reckon I stand much of a chance. He seems to have an eye for Mrs. Morris.
Well, not only her. I've seen the way he's been looking at po-faced pal. I reckon he gets off on uniform.
Well, he's probably into leather and whips, too. Should do well here.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up, Smith, or you'll be on extra duties.
Well, I'd like to oblige, Mrs. Powell, but I'm a sick woman. I've just undergone major surgery.
Well, in that case, you'd be better off confined to your cell until you're really well. As for Mr. Marnie, I doubt whether he'll be here long enough to act out your fantasies for you. You lot will muck up this project, just like you've mucked up everything else in the past.
Could you type up these reports for Mrs. Davidson, please, Julie?
Okay.
Mrs. Morris, I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. I should have realized with the women there.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Marnie. I've had this job for some time. I don't embarrass easily.
Good. I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot. I think it should prove quite popular, don't you?
Yes. Oh, you're still on duty.
Yep, just coming up for round 2.
Oh, the double shift. Wear yourself out. Have you met Mr. Marnie, the printing instructor?
No, hi.
Pleased to meet you. Hello, Mr. Douglas.
Good afternoon, Mr. Marnie. Faulkner. Well, now, how's the press coming along? Will you have it operational soon?
I'll tell the governor you're here, sir.
That's not necessary.
Well, we seem to be getting it set up very well. The women seem keen on learning. I don't think it'll take long at all for them to latch on to the basics.
Ah, good. Well, keep in touch. We'd like to get it into production as soon as possible.
Up, 2, 3. Where did Mrs. Morris get to?
Oh, she just rushed off.
He probably wanted to get away from me. I'm afraid I made a bit of a faux pas in the workroom yesterday. Made us both look a bit silly in front of the prisoners.
Well, as you know, the government has been forced to cut back on its spending, find more economical ways of running its business. Thank you. And that's where your press comes in.
What sort of work will we be doing, Mr. Douglas?
Oh, letterheads, that sort of thing. More complex paperwork will be looked after by the government printer. At any rate, the sooner you get going, the better.
Well, of course, that will depend on how quickly the women learn.
Oh, naturally. I've spoken to Mr. Marney. He seems to think they're all keen.
At the moment.
Sorry?
Well, they are always eager to start something new. They're not very good at keeping up the enthusiasm.
I'm sure they'll get every encouragement from the officers. And I need hardly remind you, the production must be strictly policed. We can't have them wallpapering their cells with government paper. Yes, well, I think that's all I have to say. Was there anything else, Mrs. Davidson?
Well, yes, there was the matter raised by Mrs. Morris.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, it's about the guard dogs, sir. They seem very savage.
They're not supposed to be family pets, Mrs. Morris. And the union did agree to them.
Yes, I realise that. Not even the officers can go near them. We were wondering whether the handler could be transferred here full-time.
I'll look into the possibility of an exchange. I can't afford to take an experienced officer from Pentridge, but I want it understood. The department will not back down on this. Those dogs are here to stay.
You know, if Myra could improve the standard of Tucker in this place, I'd be pleased to see her at the top.
I do hope you're joking.
How about a cup of tea to take away the taste?
Oh, what a good idea.
Sandy, did you ever hear any more from the police about Megan Arnott?
What, old Grace? Gosh, no, he wouldn't know his bum from his ear hole. If he only knew.
Knew what?
Oh, about 6 miles out of Wedderburn, there's this old shack on a property that used to belong to a racehorse owner or something like that. If he knew what was under the floorboards, he'd be on his way to his next promotion, and I'd be doing another 20 years.
Well, what is it?
Oh, Megan's wallet, and what is technically known as the murder weapon, with my dabs all over it.
Good grief, you're taking a risk, aren't you?
Well, he'll never find out, will he?
Hey, Kate, run down to the rec room for us, will you, love? Make sure that Mara isn't throwing her weight round. If I go down there, I'll drop the bitch.
So will I.
Well, all right. But what about the tea?
Oh, don't worry, I'll fix it. So, are you crazy? You said yourself you didn't trust her. Fancy letting that lot slip in front of her.
I don't trust her an inch. Wouldn't be at all surprised to find out she's our lagger. That's why I fed her all that bull dust. If she is lagging, someone's going to be very upset with her. Very upset indeed.
Hey, listen, Hayes. I know you don't mind the occasional joint, so how come you're backing Smith? If she's in charge here, that's the last you'll see of any dope in this place.
Yeah, I know. But Bee's not the sort of person you can just forget about, especially with Sandy beside her.
Well, neither am I, sweetheart, and I don't need anyone backing me. Just you keep that in mind. I'm getting some more goodies in soon, and I look after me mates.
All right, ladies. Back to cells, please.
You gonna come and tuck me in, Mr. Faulkner?
No, Wizzy, you're a big girl now.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm still scared of the dark. I mean, well, the bogeyman might get me, with any luck.
Go on, Peterson.
I'm coming.
Go on, what you say, Mr. Faulkner. Gets pretty lonely in me cell.
Come on, keep moving, Winter.
Fair sucker to Sav. Why should Edwards be the only one?
I said keep moving.
Hurry up, Peterson. You heard the bell.
I'm coming. There's no need to shout.
Just a minute. Don't you talk to me like that.
Trouble, Mrs. Powell?
No. It's all right. I'll deal with it. Thanks, Mr. Faulkner. Got some information for me?
No, but I need another visit from Inspector Grace.
Here we go. That same old boring cry. Why the hell should I bother setting it up for you? You haven't given me anything for ages.
Please, Mrs. Powell. One or two of the women are getting very suspicious and I need to lie low for a while.
In that case, we'd best postpone a visit until the heat's off you.
I can't. I have to see him as soon as possible. Look, Mrs. Powell, I've given you a lot of information in the past and there'll be more. But I must see Grace.
Get back to your cell. I'll think